So, you've purchased your dream property in the Turks and Caicos. So now what do you do with it? If it's a condo or if it's a managed villa, then you're going to go through the rental program there. But if you have a standalone property, who's going to look after it? Well, the reality is that the traditional holiday home is now gone, right? It's not just that you use it for a couple of weeks a year, it sits idly and then it waits for you or your friends to come back and use it again. These are money-making investments, and it's important that you have professional property managers who are available to look after your property, cater to your guests, and make sure you get the best return and you have the best quality people looking after the property. Today we're going to have a chat with my good friend Jerry Dallas of TKCA Vacation Rentals, and we're going to go over the services that they provide, the things that guests are looking for, and what really drives the rental market here in the Turks and Caicos. So come and join us for this walk through Casa Tremor here on beautiful Long Bay Beach, and we're going to chat to Jerry about everything that TKCA provides. Hey guys, so we're here now with Jerry Dallas, my good friend and director of TKCA Vacation Rentals. Jerry, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
So I wanted to give people a bit of information in terms of the property management services that are offered here in the Turks and Caicos. You know, people spend a lot of money on the villas and the properties they purchase here, and they want to have that confidence it's being looked after. So tell us a little bit about what TKCA provides.
So I suppose when we would meet a client for the first time, the first question we would ask was, what would you like to do with your property? And they typically have three options. Keep the property for private use and their own enjoyment when they come to visit. They may choose to rent it a little and enjoy it themselves, or they may choose to rent it a lot. So on those three levels, you know, you're going to get to know the needs of the client, and we can deliver on all of those levels for the client.
Because you guys came out of a construction company and you can kind of tell us a bit more of the background, but you're ready to look after the properties and cater to anything that happens. So why don't you give us a little bit of history of TKCA?
As you say, we stemmed out of the construction company TDMG, and they've been working in Turks and Caicos for over 25 years. So building on Providenciales, Ambergris Quay, North Caicos, and they've got an excellent reputation. Naturally, they started to explore the vacation rental market, just kind of, you know, as a hobby project for themselves, and as builders it led to more for themselves. It also led to more for their clients, and the client circle continued to expand. Then the owners of TDMG, they realized that, you know, they were getting more and more into the hospitality side of things, and that's where I got the opportunity to partner with them. So really, at the end of the day, property management is always going to have two fields. You're going to have the property management, the upkeep of the asset, the facility side of things, and keeping that property in the condition that the owner intends it to be kept. And we would always, you know, like to keep it as pristine as possible. It should be as it was on day one, and our goal would be keep it as such going forward. The other side then is the hospitality side. So, you know, we look at our portfolio of properties kind of like a luxury resort spread out in different locations on island. The owners on those three levels previously described, we like to see that even if they enjoy it for themselves, they have full access to our company, our professional luxury concierge, and we treat their arrival as we would that of a paying guest. So they get to experience the hospitality side of things as well as coming to enjoy their own product, but we put it at a level that is in keeping with that of a luxury resort. So they get all the nice services and enhancements that the hospitality side of the company provides. If you like to get more into the rental side of things and have the asset perform and do well for you financially, we do that very well also, and our focus is always on the net return to the owner and not trying to bleed out money unnecessarily.
So Jerry, tell us a little bit about the guest experience when they're at your villas.
So I suppose the guest experience starts pre-arrival. It's going to be the initial correspondence, be it an owner or a paying guest, with our reservation team and subsequently concierge team. So once you have the dates locked in, make sure the travel arrangements are there, then our service starts really from the point where they hit the ground here in Providenciales. So, you know, transfers, be it private SUV, rent-a-cars from the airport, and getting to the villa, and then on arrival at the villa, you want to see that all of the pre-arrival services are in place, and that may be as simple as, you know, pre-stocking the villa with groceries. A little run through their itinerary of the excursions, reservations, spa services, etc. that may have been pre-booked for them. You know, brief orientation of the home, you know, professional and courteous, and, you know, not too long-winded, of course. Make sure they're very, very comfortable and get them settled in, and then just let them to go and enjoy the property and the island. And they can rest assured that, you know, we're only at the end of the phone. We have a wonderful team, and we have, you know, good resources that we can respond very promptly to any little request, call out.
So we all know that in 2021, the Turks and Caicos has seen an incredible boom in tourist numbers. I mean, even through the summer and what would usually be the quieter months of the year. What are you guys seeing from the booking side of things, and where are the guests coming from?
So yeah, I agree. I think the island has done really, really well recovering post-COVID, and a lot of credit to the Turks and Caicos Hotel and Tourism Association and all of the partners that got involved early, you know, to send the message out that, you know, we are a very safe destination, and we look forward to welcoming you, and doing so in a very safe and professional manner in this, you know, COVID times. Very fortunate that we have our close proximity to the United States, and that is our primary market in any case. I think we're 80% of all arrivals is US market. And that was the country that got probably moving fastest, and people were mobile. People wanted to travel post-COVID, and we were one of their first choices as a destination, and we all did particularly well out of that.
These luxury villas come with incredible amenity sets. What are the things that both owners and guests are looking for, and what do you see that might be changing or kind of coming more in vogue?
The thing that's biggest in demand here is persons want to be on the beach or as close to the beach as possible. So, you know, your beachfront properties, waterfront properties, canal properties, they are the ones that are going to be in big demand. Also, the new ones that are coming, you know, on the higher points of the island with spectacular views of the ocean, they're performing very well also. Within the properties then, obviously, in addition to the natural beauty and enjoying all that the ocean and the beaches have to offer, you know, I think coming out of COVID, one of the big things that we learned is persons wanted to come down here. Some were coming down for extended periods of time, and they needed to have excellent internet and connectivity in the home. So that was something that we were very mindful of, and were successful at providing.
So Jerry, the tastes in luxury and the things people are looking for are always changing. What do you think owners and guests are looking for in the villas at the moment?
One of the big preferences when persons are booking their villas is privacy and space, and I would think in particular outdoor space, or a combination of indoor-outdoor living space. You know, you've looked forward to getting here for so long. You really want to enjoy the outdoors and all the natural beauty that Turks and Caicos has to offer. So, you know, when it comes to spending lots of time in your swimming pool with a beautiful infinity edge, the lovely lounge areas around the pool that lead down to the beach or waterfront, you know, that's essentially why persons are coming here. Other, I suppose, modern features would be technology is a big thing. Again, connectivity, being able to have a nice sound system to enjoy respectfully. And then another, you know, I suppose modern trend and luxury within the villas is the ability to have a private chef come and cater for you. And for that to be done as tastefully as possible, you know, the kitchen needs to be equipped as such, and perhaps, you know, needs to be as inintrusive as such. So the chef can be creating a wonderful experience, but not necessarily within the guest space all the time.
Today we're at beautiful Casa Tremor on Long Bay Beach. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this villa?
I love Casa Tremor. Property is about 3 years old now. It was built by TDMG Construction, and it's, you know, we've maintained it in excellent condition. It has recently sold. The original owners built it to enjoy for themselves and their family. They decided to sell it, and the new owner, he's interested in enjoying it for himself, but also to put it in the rental program. Again, you know, the property speaks for itself. It is very appealing, and it is performing very well even in its initial months in the rental program with us.
And that's a great example of what you spoke about earlier. TKCA were obviously managing this to make sure it was held to the highest standard for the previous owner, and now there's just been a smooth, natural transition into the rental management portfolio that you guys have.
Absolutely, and it's it's such a smooth transition because the guys who built the house put all the systems in place. That's been handed over to ourselves, and we maintain it in excellent condition. But we always have access to the resources of the construction company to ask for advice for be it small projects, large projects, new enhancements to the property. So I think it makes it much more easier for the owner, the operator, and obviously the contractor themselves, that they have such a close working relationship with the property, and it also has a very favourable financial outcome because you can produce better results at a lesser cost because you have the whole holistic understanding.
All right, well, Jerry, thank you so much for joining me today and kind of talking through TKCA and the different offerings that you guys have, and of course opening up beautiful Casa Tremor to us and to our viewers. Be sure to like the video, follow for more incredible properties, and of course if you have any questions for Jerry, I'll put his contact details in the description as well. See you next week.